We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. There he goes, right side. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Beatty, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Love now. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah! Here we go!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The Cowboys at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
What is it?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
From the 23, here's a second down and 9.
A yard brings up second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Brings up third down.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Yeah, here we go. What is it?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What is it?
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
What is it?
Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go now. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Going back to Love.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4.
18 Rattler, 18 Pioneer. Check go.
Love looking to throw it.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Again, it's Love. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here we go. Right check.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What do you think?
Prescott now.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah,
At
here
the
we go.
Packers' 36-yard line.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, kill. What do you think?
Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Cowboys add 6 to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Aubrey now for the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
19 Lions. Ready?
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Go.
Throwing, Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hunt.
Now Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
The score, Cowboys 17, Packers 10.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, here we
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Lamb in motion left.
To throw is Prescott. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Prescott fires one out wide complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
And his kick is indeed good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Working out of the gun. Love. That is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To the air again, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Prescott's pass intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Love from the gun. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Here we go. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
Love now. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Go! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check go.
On 2nd and 10, Love. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
47. Hey, here we go.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this one quickly to Lamb. He's got room to roam.
And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
36 yards.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Out to the left here to Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 53 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. Love throwing for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Still going inside the 20 and all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Hey, 47. Hey, kill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Here comes a reverse. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Warrior 70.
Love looking to throw it. Throw caught by Musgrave. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are...
It got his man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 44 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Now Love. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. This is going to be Packer football. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 2.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
And now here's a carry heading left. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. That is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Here we go.
Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bob.
Here's Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
19 tight. Ready?
Here's Love. That's to the tight end Musgrave.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Coca 19.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
Go.
One last shot now for Love. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.